A future voting site in Bradley County draws criticism from the Democratic Party. You can see the building on McGrady Drive Southeast is currently a store that sells President Trump merchandise. Bradley County's Election Commission confirms this building will be used for early voting in a few weeks. But Democrat groups are questioning whether welcoming voters here is even legal. Bliss segment went to get answers from the people in charge of elections. Bliss, what do they tell you?
Josh, we took those concerns straight to the Tennessee Secretary of State's office, and they tell us the Election Commission is not violating any state laws as long as all of this Trump merchandise you see right here behind me is moved before voting actually starts. However, if you take a look at the tweet that we're about to show you, you can see Democratic candidate for Congress Christopher Hale says his campaign would actually take legal action if the early voting polling place isn't moved.
Candidate it would support, but in less than a month it will have a new look and purpose.
It has us very concerned.
This Trump shop will turn into an early voting location. It has Democrats like Stan Herder raising the alarm.
We're not saying this is a neutral site, come here. This is the Trump site, come here.
The building owner says his lease is up October 13th. According to the Bradley County Election Commission, they will set up shop the very next day on October 14th. The current tenant, Chip Ricketts, told me he had no idea his shop would turn into an early voting location overnight.
In this situation, they have the freedom. I'm not saying that it's illegal, but they have the freedom to find a place that will help increase voter participation in Tennessee.
Fran Green, Bradley County Election Commission admin, says she knew the current tenant was selling Trump merchandise. She says she didn't violate any election laws. And when we reached out to the Tennessee Secretary of State's office, they agreed as long as all of it's removed before early voting begins.
If it was a Biden shop, it would definitely incite me probably to get here at early voting and cast my vote. And I believe that it's that way with the Democratic Party. I think they're going to come in, regardless of whether this was a Trump shop or not, and make their vote.
The Bradley County Democratic Party is still calling on the County Election Commission to either move locations here or urge the landlord to cut their lease early with the Trump store. However, I spoke with that landlord earlier. He says he has no intentions of cutting that lease short. On top of that, the Bradley County Election Commission says that they have no intention of moving locations here, citing confusion to voters. Reporting live in Bradley County, I'm Bliss Ekman for News Channel 9.
Bliss Segman, thank you. The last day to register to vote in Tennessee is October 5th. Early voting runs October 14th through October 29th. And the last day to request an absentee ballot is Tuesday, October 27th. Election Day is November 3rd.